Okay, 6 months later, and we finally have the Nintendo 2017 press conference for the Nintendo NX, which is completely new. We're now seeing things about it. We recently saw it like a couple months ago, I believe 2-ish months ago. They showed off some gameplay from the new Mario game that didn't have a title at the time, which we now know as Nintendo or Mario Odyssey, but we'll talk about that later. And we saw how it works. Like, you can pop it out of the home dock and it goes right to the handheld version of the console. So we briefly saw some things back then, but now we have a full press conference and we have the full ordeal of some slight games from titles that are coming out release and some games that are being worked on from third-party companies. So without further ado, let's get into some stuff. So here are some games that Nintendo revealed from the press conference. So we have some exclusive games that revolve around the Joy-Cons, which we'll talk about later. So these Joy-Cons are little handheld stick things that we use to control with the analog sticks, and it has the buttons on it as well. You can pop those out of the controller and make it like you can just walk around. Basically, they're like nunchucks as well as controllers. So with this, they have an exclusive called ARMS. And I believe there are many more, but as of now, ARMS is the one that they gave a title out for. So you basically move around by using the Joy-Cons as nunchucks, or and a Wii controller kind of like, and you move around tilting it side to side and punching, basically like the thing we use in the Wii, if you had a Wii. So that was the Switch exclusive ARMS, and we also have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This was basically like a definitive version of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Has new characters from like Dry Bones, the Dry Bowser, new stages from Splatoon, new items, new game modes. So cool stuff like that was announced as well. I'm excited for it myself. I'm not sure exactly when I'm picking it up because I am a Mario Kart fan, although I am not like, oh snap, this game is so new, like there's so many new mechanics. It's kind of like a definitive game, like, you know, like a game you've already previously bought. I will be picking it up, just not sure when, because there are games on the Switch that are a higher priority, if that makes sense. Next one we have is the Splatoon 2. Now, I never bought Splatoon. Never was a big fan of Splatoon, but they have a new title or a new IP, Splatoon 2. Doesn't look very interesting to me. That's just not my type of game. Whatever. I know people love it though. People liked it back when it came out. I'm not sure how it's being received right now, because it is kind of like, you know, when games get older, they don't get as much attention. So I'm not sure how that is right now, but I'm sure people are excited for Splatoon 2. There is also my favorite, you know, exclusive for Nintendo is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and holy shit, the trailer for that game was phenomenal. They show new characters off from the female version of Link. I think it's the king's daughter, which is Zelda. I think that was Zelda, and then we're Link, obviously, and then we're 100 years later, so it's showing us flashbacks from the 100 years, and then after, when we, you know, come up or revived or whatever it is. Basically the trailer was amazing, and then they actually gave us a date for it, and that is March 3rd. And March 3rd is the actual day of when the I almost call it NX, the Switch is coming out. So now, moving on to hardware, we've seen some stuff. We've seen what comes from the box, what comes in the box, some things you can buy from GameStop or off Amazon, like anything you can buy it off of. Some things don't come in a package. So I'm just going to go over those real quick. So we have the Joy-Cons. That is a little Wii nunchuck deals I was talking about. They kind of resemble like the nunchucks, like I was saying, and you put it all together onto the gamepad. It resembles the Wii U gamepad, which is not though. It's kind of like a handheld thing, but they're basically like add-ons, but they come in the package itself. And then the Joy Grip, so there's like a Pro Controller type deal. It looks like an Xbox controller, but they give you a grip inside the packaging, and it's basically like a little handheld deal, so you can slip your Joy-Cons into, and then it's now a full-blown controller, which is pretty cool. I like it. But me personally, I'll be using the gamepad style of game more often. But while I'm docking it, I think I'll be using that. Yeah, I see there's a reason why it's there, obviously. We also have cartridges. That's a big one. Oh my. So back when 6 months ago I was saying, oh yeah, cartridges are gonna make an appearance, and they did. So these are like, I took my list back when I was like top 5 reasons why it's gonna succeed, and one of them was cartridges and how much power they have behind it, and they brought it back. Now they didn't mention anything about the power of it. They just showed off that it is cartridge indeed. But yeah, so it's gonna be more portable. I mean, they're a little harder to lose, but they're more portable than a disc, because a disc is kind of big and kind of just out there. Smaller, like a DS cartridge, but it's not the DS cartridge. It reminds me of a PSP type case. You buy the Legend of Zelda, comes in a PSP case, and then you open it up, and then there's a little cartridge, and that's your game. Pop it in like a DS, and then you're playing it. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's pretty unique. Not unique, actually, because Nintendo's been doing this for how many years now. But they've been doing it crazy. Great job. I like the idea of a cartridge because you can put more power into it. Now, I'm not exactly sure what kind of cartridge they're using. I've heard that they were planning on using a 64-bit cartridge, but I think they're using 32. So I mean, this is not enough, just not storage. I mean, storage. I'm not sure how much, whatever that's gonna be. But I think I was aiming for a higher storage, and it's not gonna be as much as I thought. But whatever, it's still there. So overall, in 2017 Nintendo press conference for me was a complete success. I was blown by the thing. I was always blown by the fact that it was gonna be the idea of like just staying at home. Okay, I gotta go, and you can just take it out of the home dock and just bring your you have a Wii U pad. You're bringing like your Wii U pad in the car or whatever, going to your family's house. You're just trying to chill out and on the couch, whatever. Your cousins come over, whatever it may be, whatever it is. You're trying to socialize and you're just trying to play the game at the same time. Pop it out of the dock and go play. Or if you're on the plane, you can put it in I believe it's called the home or the arm stand configuration. I don't know what it's called, but there's a little panel on the back you can flip out and then put it on a little surface and it holds it up. And then you can take the Joy-Cons out of it and then use it like wirelessly. So you can just chill back in your seat and then lay back, and there's no controller you gotta plug it into. You can just kind of use the analog sticks, use the buttons how you will, and then you play the game. I think that's awesome. And then I think the final thing to wrap it off is the third-party support. They confirmed Skyrim's coming. They confirmed other games that are in the works right now. But I just like how Nintendo and people like EA are teaming up together because they see how well the the Switch is gonna come, and I just like how they're gonna put or integrate companies that really don't fit into the Nintendo genre into the Switch. So more people were exposed to the Switch, and it just becomes a bigger part of people's lives. And I thought it was a great idea for Nintendo to involve companies like that. I heard that Dark Souls is going to be a part of it. I'm not exactly sure. And obviously, like I said, Skyrim is now going to be a part of the Switch. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a Fallout title on it eventually. I'm not saying it. I'm not even like saying that's a source. I'm not even saying that. I am saying it, but I'm just saying it could be a possibility in the future. No backup. There's no story behind it. It's just me speaking out my ass and shit like that. So here's a little bit of ramble from me. How I thought of the press conference. Personally, I think it's going to be a very good console. I would love to pick it up as soon as possible. Like I said, the Breath of the Wild is coming out launch day. I would love to play as soon as I can, but fortunately, it's going to be very sold out as soon as possible. And it is $300, so I can't just pull out $300 out my ass and just say, oh yeah, here it is. So I'm probably gonna wait more towards the end of the year when more games come out. Because honestly, the only game I really want for this at the moment is Breath of the Wild and the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But that's only 2 titles out of the, however many they announced at the press conference, and that's not a lot of titles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for more games to come out and wait for whatever the reviews to come in. Because, as much as I've seen, we haven't had hands-on yet. So as I am excited, I am a little bit skeptical, of course. You always got to take things like this with a grain of salt. So like I said, I'm going to wait towards holiday of 2017. They'll probably pick mine up. That's just like an idea for me. I might get it sooner. Hopefully I can get it as soon as possible. But like I said, I'm definitely going to wait for more games to come out. Like the new Mario game, Odyssey, I believe comes out holiday. I'm definitely picking that up. That seems like a cool game. But yeah, that's just about my ramble. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you're on the same page. Hopefully you've seen the press conference. Definitely worth seeing. It's about like an hour long. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
You can now play video games in front of a screen with others, wherever you like, even away from the TV. Handheld mode.